I am a metahuman, and this is the Meta Customization tool. So what would you like me to be? An orc ready for battle? Or a lawless bandit from the post-apocalyptic wastelands? Anything is possible. The Meta Customization tool is a blueprint-based tool that allows you to add real-time in-engine customization to your metahuman. Major features include facial customization, body customization, hair and skin customization, as well as an inventory system that allows you to switch out your metahuman's clothing and outfits. And finally, a save system is included to allow you to save up to 18 instances of your character's customization. So what are you waiting for? Get the Meta Customization tool now to unlock the potential of your metahuman.
Hi guys, welcome to the overview video for the Metahuman customization system. And in this video, we're going to be looking at some of the basic functions of the packs, and we'll take a look at exactly what you get in this pack, and we'll also look at some of the most important things you need to know about the pack. So there are a few tutorials which will be posted after this video, because you will be needing to set up your metahuman to function with this pack. Once you have added the project files to your project, okay, you'll get your Meta Customization System folder, and under Maps, Demo Map, you will find the Demo Map level, okay? This is already set up to function with the tools that are provided for the customization system. And this particular version I've got open here already has a metahuman set up for it, okay? But as I said, there are going to be some video tutorials posted after this, 3 main videos that show you how to fully set up your metahuman to function with the tools, okay? So anyway, on the level, the first thing you will see is probably this dummy character and this message up here saying add and set up a metahuman for full functionality. So this dummy character is actually customizable. You can change its clothes, and you can customize the body. You can't customize the face on the dummy because it doesn't have a face, but you will be able to do that once you fully set up your metahuman, okay? So also says press play to customize this character. Just as I said, it's already customizable. And press AD to rotate the camera, and press 1 to switch cameras, okay? So those are just some basic instructions on what you can do in the level. We also have this over here. If you press G in game mode, those are actually hidden, except for the message up there, though it won't be visible. So you also have this blueprint here. Okay, we've got main blueprint here. This says this is used for body customization and for the camera as well. We've got this blueprint here. It's called Meta Styler. This is where we keep our clothing and some other information for customization. We've got this blueprint here, Meta Face 2. It's just actually a bandana on the character's face there. This is what we actually use for facial customization. So the reason that it is a bandana is because we can't put any metahuman heads in our projects. In fact, we can't put any metahuman characters in our projects. As marketplace creators, it isn't allowed. So I just put the bandana there as a kind of a placeholder for the metahuman face skeleton, because we can have the metahuman skeletons in our projects for facial animations and for character animations, as well as skinning our characters' clothing for metahumans. Okay, so anyway, let's go ahead and click on play. So this project is already set up with a few metahumans. And if you look up here, you can see a few things loading, okay? The reason why it has to load first, okay, instead of jumping straight into the game, it could jump straight into the game, but there's a large number of assets involved here for both the male and the female metahuman. So I just set it to load the assets dynamically so that we don't load anything that we are not using. For example, if you're only working with a female metahuman, then you don't need to have the male assets loaded, because that's going to chew up quite a bit of your graphics memory and your RAM. Okay. But this way, we only load the male assets if we need to. So if I click on the male button, the male assets are now loading. Okay. And we'll get our male metahuman. Okay. So this is going to look different when you press play, because you won't have a metahuman set up by default. Okay. You're going to have to go through the tutorials listed on the product page to set up your metahumans. They're all found on my YouTube channel as well. Okay. So now if I click on the female again, it loads instantly. If I stop playing and I press play again, it loads instantly, because now all those assets are loaded into memory. And as we can see on my task manager here, Unreal Engine is running at 7 gigabytes. It must have been somewhere 3 gigabytes before we did all this. So anyway, this is basically what you get once you've fully set up your metahumans. You get a metahuman character. For me, she is bold. You can set it up in a way that she has hair and clothing and other things like that. But I always set the first asset, for example, the first clothing asset is set to none on the feet. There's a picture on the widgets there, but within the blueprints it's set to none so that people can start from scratch setting up their metahumans. So the first bottoms item is actually set to none, and this would be the second one. Okay. And you can set it to none again by clicking on the this cancel icon. Okay. And same goes for the hair. There's no icons for the hair at the moment, but you can use the arrow buttons to actually choose a hairstyle for your metahuman. Okay. And everything that we choose here is actually saved in real time. Okay. So if I set up, if I add some clothing and maybe a little bit of body customization, let's say I'll make it a little bit taller. If I exit, okay, I've exited, and if I click play again, that customization has actually been saved in real time. Okay, so everything you do saves in real time. Okay. So a little thing to know about saving, okay, in Unreal Engine. Unreal is a little bit, I don't know if I can say wonky. I guess it was intentional. They obviously have a reason for doing this, but Unreal Engine saves in 2 separate locations, okay? I'll just quickly go over that because it's important for you to know that. So I'm going to browse to my project files. I'll click the root folder of my projects, of my content folder. I'll click on Show in Explorer so that I can bring up my Windows Explorer here. Okay. My project is called Tutorial Meta. That's because I'm just using this for the tutorials, this project. If I go to the root folder of my project and I open up the saved folder, okay, there will be a save games folder here. And you can see there's some .save files here, okay, faceslot1.save. So that's where the facial customization is going. Body customization is just called slot1.save. Okay, that's where all the body customization is saving. And there's also slot 1 costumes. That's where the clothing customization is saving. Okay, so this is the main save location for your project. But Unreal Engine seems to have two locations to save files. Okay, we've got this location, and we've got another location. I've made a quick shortcut to get to that location. If I click on it, you see that there's my computer's username there, and there's the app data location. Okay, that is actually found in if you open up your computer's main drive. There's the users folder, and there's your main username folder. I'm pretty sure you guys know about this. Okay, so in the main user folder, there's a hidden folder called app data, and this is actually where these save files are being kept, the second location of save files for Unreal Engine. So if I click there, that's my app data folder. Okay, so from app data, local, Unreal Engine 5.3, saved games. Okay, you see we get the same files we were getting in our project file. Okay, and Unreal Engine actually sometimes switches between our project files, saves files, and our local Unreal Engine data save files. I have no idea what makes it switch, and I have no idea how to stop it from switching. I've noticed this since maybe 2015, almost 10 years now. It just randomly switches between reading information from those save files and reading information from our project files, save files. Okay, so if you've done some customization and you've got things going, you've made a really nice character, and then all of a sudden it looks like all your customization has disappeared. The likely reason is either it has switched the save location. It has switched the save location and gone to a set of files that doesn't have your current customization. Your customization hasn't been deleted, but it's just reading from a different folder. I have no idea what makes it do that. If you're making a video game, once you've cooked your game, this won't happen. Okay, so you're safe there. If you're using this to make a video game and you're worried about your customers maybe losing their customization, that won't happen. It's never happened in a cooked project. But within the editor, it does tend to switch the save location. So if your customization disappears, it means it's just reading your save files from somewhere else. Okay. So that's just a need to know thing. Okay. So anyway, as I've said, we are able to save everything in real time. Same goes for the face. If you've got some facial customization going there as well, maybe different types of heads, and you make some changes, all those things are also saved in real time. So hopefully what I'm talking about in terms of save locations, maybe it's just my computer. I've been using the same computer for many years, just upgrading it. So maybe you guys don't have that issue, but I do. And if you do have that issue, at least you know what causes it. So yeah, we've got some facial customization there as well, in the face customization area, and all the body customization is in the body customization area. Okay. There's two types of clothing that we can have. We have modular clothing, as you've already seen. I can have a pair of shorts there instead of pair of pants. So modular clothing is kept just under clothing, and these are the menus you can use. You can use the arrows, or you can click and bring up a widget to select the clothing. The reason I have two of these is because originally it just looked like a lot of stuff here. It was really cluttered. So originally I didn't have like selectable pictures with or rather buttons with pictures in them where you can choose the outfit you want. I just had them on the arrows because it was a little less cluttered, but Obviously, some users would rather be able to see what they're selecting rather than just scroll through it. So you can click on the button to bring that up, okay? But if you don't want a cluttered interface, you can also use the arrows, okay? Same goes for the props. And these are the modular items here. And we've got some non-modular clothing, okay? As you know, it's not everybody who creates modular clothing for metahumans. Myself, I've got both modular and non-modular clothing for metahumans. And these are samples that I've included. So if I click on this one, find that it comes with both the pants and rather the shorts and the top. And there's a few more. Okay, so these clothings are not modular. Okay. Yeah. So these clothings that I've included here, there's quite a number of them. There's about 27 separate pieces of clothing. Some of them are just samples of some of the other products I have on the marketplace. I've picked maybe one or even two from each pack and added as a sample. You can use it for whatever you want, but it's there. If you need more, you can always find them in my on my store page, or you can add MetaHuman clothing or assets created by other developers to the system as well. You can also add original MetaHuman content from the MetaHuman creator, like the clothing that original MetaHumans come with, can also be added to this system. If you add modular clothing either from the original MetaHuman creator or from other marketplace assets, it might not be compatible with the assets I have here. Just because they're made by different people, you might experience some overlapping, which means you probably have to modify those clothing to fit with what we have here if you want to use it together with what we have here. But if you, for example, add just original MetaHuman clothing, it should be 100% compatible with this with other original MetaHuman clothing. Okay, but one thing you should keep in mind is metahumans that come with clothing will behave a little bit weird in this project. Okay, if you use them as customizable characters. So what I advise is, if you add a metahuman to this project, add it without clothing, or add a separate one with the clothing, and then add the clothing to the system. We'll have some separate tutorials for adding clothing and also for adding metahumans. Okay, but this actually brings us to the next part we need to look at. So what kind of metahumans we need to use with this project. Okay, so I've got a couple of metahumans in here. Some of them are different versions. Some of them are 5.2, some of them are 5.3. So what type of metahumans do you need to use? What you need to use, depending on exactly what you're going to be doing with the project. For example, if you want to use metahumans that are 100% compatible with the clothing that I've provided here, then you're going to have to use metahumans that have tall, medium weight bodies, because that's what the clothing is compatible with. Okay. If I open up the MetaHuman creator here, what that is going to look like is, let me choose a MetaHuman here. Let me choose Hannah, because this is the main MetaHuman I have used for this project. So if I open up Hannah in the MetaHuman creator, and I click on edit, we have body listed up here. I mean down here. The rest of this doesn't really matter too much in terms of compatibility. But if I click on proportions on the body, I'm going to get several different body types, tall, average, short. And you have medium weight, we'll have overweight, we'll have lightweight, okay, or underweight. So when you are adding metahumans to this project, make sure that you're using the same body type for all the metahumans that you add to this project, okay? So if you want to have a medium weight or an overweight or a underweight, make sure that all the metahumans you use with this project are of the same body type. The reason this has to be this way is because, for example, the face, okay, the face. If I add a metahuman with a face that is underweight, then I am going to have a little bit of a mismatching with the bodies, okay? On the neck area where the metahuman head joins with the metahuman body, okay? For example, an overweight character will have a larger upper body, okay, which is not going to match with a medium weight body, okay. So what that looks like is, I'll just show you very, very quickly because it's important, need to know. If I change my metahuman's face to a overweight face, I have one overweight metahuman in this project. I'll just choose it there and I'll show you what happens when I click play. So now if I zoom in and change to my second metahuman face, look what's happening in the neck area. Okay, this is the incompatibility that I'm talking about. Okay, so that's why you don't want to mix body types. Okay, so like I said, please use, if you're going to be using tall, medium weight, only use tall, medium weight with the system. Okay, maybe set up a separate one for different body types, but the way the system is currently made, it's you're meant to use one body type, okay? And everything else that you need to do, you could try and do it using the customization tools, okay? So for example, this is a medium weight body. If you need something that looks a little bit overweight, just use the customization tools to achieve that, okay? You have to be a little bit careful with some of the customizations because not everything is going to be 100% matching with your clothing, especially because the clothing might be made by different artists, okay? But if you need to have maybe an overweight character, you can simply just use the customization tools to do that, okay? You could even increase the size of the head because I'm pretty sure the overweight character has a slightly larger head, okay? And same goes for the height. You can use the customization tools to adjust the height, okay? And yeah, in that way, you can actually get different body types just through the customization tools, okay? But you can have a base metahuman which is different from the medium weight. I just feel that the medium weight is the best to start with because you can make it thin, you can make it fat. Okay, and next thing to know is your save slots. Okay, you have several save slots, up to 18 different save slots, where you can have different customizations. So each slot is unique. If I click on slot 2, I'm going to get default body customization, okay, but mostly my clothing is going to transfer, okay. But if I change the clothing for slot 2, okay, if I change the clothing for slot 2, this is not going to transfer to slot 1, and slot 1 is going to be the original clothing that I added there. Okay. And so the next thing that we can look at is a very simple one. We've got some physics there. You can switch on and off. And under our customization, you can also toggle the customization to completely turn it off or turn it on. And we could also use these checkboxes to do things one by one. Okay. So, yeah. Basically, these are most of the functions that we get, other than the ones we haven't looked at, like the skin and the eyes and the tattoos and so on and so forth. But we can move on to the next stage where I'm just going to give you an example of some of the things you can achieve with this customization system. I'll go ahead and try and create a bit of a character here. So I'll just adjust some of the customized features that I made before. I'll try and make her a little bit taller. And I'll try and change up her face a little bit. Don't choose this face. If I change the lip customization, I'm going to get several different lip types. The last one is the orc teeth. I can have several different lip types and several different eye types. Some kind of creature looking eyes there, and these are just big. If I want, I can totally disable the eye shape. And there's a bunch of stuff here. You can go through them. I won't go through everything. We've also got skin types here. We choose our skin textures from the different Metahuman skins. Okay. In the tutorial, you can see how to go about doing that. But these are different Metahuman characters which I've gotten the skins from. Some layers I haven't finished setting up. That's why you're getting a different skin from the head and the legs, rather than the lower body. So keep that in mind, that they have to be matching. The tutorial will show you how to do that. Should be the third tutorial where you can see how that's set up. I can scroll through the tattoos as well. We can have blood. These are actually markings in the blueprint descriptions. So yeah, I can have some tattoos there. Here there's a skin tint, where I can tint the skin whatever color I want. So give her kind of like creature skin. Maybe add a prop there. Yeah, I can zoom into that. And maybe I can remove the hair or try a different hairstyle. And I can get a nice character going there. Basically, I don't know if you're into creature type characters, but if you are, you could try and do something like that. And can have like a kind of creature type character there. Okay, I could turn the skin maybe reddish, so it looks a little bit more like a double type character or demon type character. And yeah, these are mainly the type of features that you get with this product. Okay, you've got your modular clothing, you've got your non-modular clothing, and all the rest of these functions. Okay, So in the next video, we are going to take a look at how we can set up MetaHumans for our meta customization system. So yeah, just keep in mind that you need to use the same body types. If you want to use the clothing that is provided with this pack, you should use the tall, medium weight, female or male character. I don't believe that I've shown an example of the male, so I'm just going to click on male there. Now, most of my customization is going to transfer. The reason why I'm not getting clothing, the male is actually too tall right now. The reason why I'm not getting clothing right now is because the male doesn't have as many options as the female, but I can choose some clothing for the male character as well. Okay. So yeah, if you have MetaHumans with drastically different heads, you might get a slight mismatch on the hair. Okay, so you have to try and go through different hairs. Like for example, this hair matches very well with this MetaHuman head, but it might not be the case with some different heads. For example, this head was created using MetaHuman mesh to MetaHuman. So the hair is not fitting quite as well. It's a lot better than what the other hair was doing, but you will get some mismatches. This MetaHuman head, the hair this hair is meant for, is drastically different from the other heads. So it's only really matching with this head, okay, because it's the head it was meant for. So just try different hairs. Find the ones that best match each and every head. Like this one matches almost all the heads. So yeah, this is the system. You get some different clothing with the male.
Wow, what's that?
And yeah, in the next video we are going to look at how we can set up our different MetaHumans to work with the system. So thank you for watching the video. Please go through all the tutorials if you want to use the entire system. If you only want to use the body and face customization, you probably only need to watch the first tutorial, but for the entire system setup, please watch all 3 tutorials, and I'll see you in the next video.